It's a beautiful day, January 13th, 2023. It smells good, it smells fresh. It rained last night, which was very beautiful and peaceful. Today, I've termed a rest day. It's Saturday. I'm going to go over to my friend Patrick's right now to hang out with him. Before I do, I am just going to charge my headphones. I use Beat headphones. My sister got them for me for Christmas. They're black, they're really nice, and they're very helpful for me to get work done because my laptop's audio stereo broke. Apparently I was listening to music too loud on it. It was a used computer, so I'm sure the person before me wore it out a little bit too. Ones are super helpful, noise canceling, and the battery life is very long. It's lasted me this whole week easily, and it's on like 20% now, so hopefully the battery life stays this good for a good while. It's gonna be a nice peaceful day. I was trying to find I'm trying to make a system for my videos so that this becomes a second nature to me, where I know what cameras I'm using for what shots, so that I just don't waste any extra energy making these videos, because these videos are simply to put visual to the newsletter that I'm making and to add value to your life as I learn value, as I learn the things I learn. So it shouldn't be complicated. I'll show you guys sort of the system I have written out in Starbucks when I have the time today, but it's gonna be a chill day. I'm excited. I just wanted to quickly note how I've been viewing my finances as a human. So I spend money on things that I believe grow me. So I spend a lot of my money on books. I spent a few $100s over the years on books. This book I got gifted for Christmas, which is a blessing. That's how I view a lot of my life. So when you do spend that money, you don't regret it because you know it's beneficial to you. Even buying groceries, it's not something that's annoying, it's something that's beneficial. So I've been paying a little bit more attention to my budget. So I went shopping today for what I was talking about the other day, is I wanted to get my lunch budget. I didn't write a budget, but I wrote food that I want, and it's basically just like a sandwich. So I'm gonna pull out each item that I got from Target and say how the cost of it. So I got whole grain bread, which is apparently good for your gut health. If you're only gonna eat like the same thing, you should get whole grain bread. And I'm planning on eating that every single day. The whole grain bread was $3.99, $4 for about 8 or 9 days of bread for me. And then I got baby tomatoes that are gonna go in the sandwich. I don't know if that's gross, but I like baby tomatoes. And they cost $2.99. I bought one avocado because it was basically ripe, and that cost 89 cents. I got a jar of pickles for the sandwich as well, and that cost, this was $4.99. And apparently the juice is good for you after workout, so I'll just take a little sip of that. And then I got turkey for the main part of the sandwich, and that was $3.99, which is actually a very good price for turkey. The other ones were like $6 and $7 for basically the same amount. And then I also got yogurt, which is very important, 20 grams. This was $4.99 for 6, so less than $1 a piece. And that is all that I got for my food. And I also got some oil for my car. $6.99, not bad. So this will last me about 3 weeks of driving for $7. That's it. That's my budget for lunch, and hopefully it'll last more than a week, probably less than 2. And hopefully that'll help us recover from the gym. And I'll definitely eat more throughout the day, but this is what I specifically bought for myself. So as you can see, it's raining right now. I'm waiting for Patrick to let me know when he's ready to hang out. I'm just right outside of the house. So while I wait, I'm gonna read 12 rules for life. My issue right now, which has always been my issue even in school when I went, is my organization, specifically with notes. I'll randomly just choose to take a note down, and I don't take an extra second. Every second spent organizing is an hour in the future saved. If you would just take that extra second to make sure that the note is in a place where you can remember it, or that it's not in a separate place. For example, I write my notes, but sometimes I put my notes on my phone. And if I would just choose one and know where they are, or have folders for my pages labeled, or have the notes app labeled on my phone, then I would know what page I'm on. Cause I mean, I could use a bookmark easily, but either way, I do want my notes to all be in the same place. A lot of the book left, so hopefully I figure it out by the next chapter. All right, ready? Page 88. We might start by considering the all too black and white words themselves, success or failure. You are either a success, a comprehensive, singular, overall good thing, or its opposite, a failure, a comprehensive, singular, irredeemable bad thing. The words imply no alternative and no middle ground. However, in a world as complex as ours, such generalizations are a sign of naive, unsophisticated, and even malevolent analysis. There is not just one game at which to succeed or fail. Lawyer is a good game. So is plumber, physician, carpenter, or school teacher. The world allows for many ways of being. If you don't succeed at one, you can try another. It's also unlikely that you're playing only one game. You have a career, friends, family members, personal projects, and artistic endeavors and athletic pursuits. You might consider judging your success across all the games you play. Imagine that you are very good at some, middling at others, and terrible at the remainder. Perhaps that's how it should be. You might object. I should be winning at everything. But winning at everything might only mean that you're not doing anything new or difficult. You might be winning, but you're not growing, and growing might be the most important form of winning. Should victory in the present always take precedence over trajectory across time? Finally, you might come to realize that the specifics of the many games you are playing are so unique to you, so individual, that comparison to others is simply inappropriate. Perhaps you are overvaluing what you don't have and undervaluing what you do. There's some real utility in gratitude. I've never been a consistent reader until recently, I would say, and I'm trying to be very consistent this year. But what I've started doing is just circling keywords that grab my attention, notes that I would underline or write down, so that if I do write it down, I can come back to it right here, and it looks pretty nice, and I don't damage the book by spelling a word incorrectly or something that would trigger my quote-unquote OCD, which I don't have. I think it's a beautiful, precise, efficient way to take notes in a book.
Everyone has a good side in their own mind, but is it the same good side that other people see? See, because if you're seeing the opposite version of yourself in the mirror, is it possible that you are actually wrong about which side looks better to other people? And then if you apply that to our own persona and our own identity, what if we think we're stronger because we're coming across a certain way, but we're actually weaker when we come across that way? Like, what if we think we're more charismatic when we're acting a certain way, but we're actually more insecure to people who are acting that way? I'm just wondering how many times the mere opposite is true. Like when we're calm and we don't think, oh, I'm not really making a great impact on people, that's when people go, wow, he's so compelling and charismatic, he doesn't seem to worry about anything. And so I just started thinking about that in terms of what's happening like in our conversations on Mindshift. A lot of times we think, oh, this conversation isn't connecting to people. Then we get texts going, that was the best one yet. That was the best one yet. And other times we think we're on fire. We think it's amazing, and we don't get any comments or any feedback.
The comments are, why does Aaron talk so much? And always interrupt everyone.